Do you want to? We have a D19.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Two, take one.
Strana, can you tell us in 25 seconds a synopsis of your new picture?
In 25 seconds? Yes, it's a picture. It's a drama about human emotion in the United States. It deals with the tragedy of divorce as it relates to the children and those who have to suffer continually from the effects of an unhappy home.
Sounds like a very serious picture.
Yes, it is.
There's no comedy in it whatsoever.
No, I try and keep as much comedy out of my films as possible.
Why is that?
Because I don't like the idea of people laughing. It makes me nervous.
It upsets you that
Yes.
people should laugh?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like to cut down on the amount of happiness.
Why is that?
Because I'm not crazy about happiness. I think it's a mistake.
On whose part?
On the people who have to put up with it. You know what I mean?
Do you mean the audiences that see the film or the people that appear in it?
Well, no one comes to see the film. You know what I mean? So I don't have that problem. Also, there's nobody in the movie.
No one at all?
No one at all, no.
But why is that?
Why? Because it's much cheaper if you don't use people.
How long did it take you to shoot the picture then?
We filmed for a half an hour in Puerto Rico, and we had to go back and film for 7 minutes in New York.
Is it a high budget picture then?
The picture cost, in American money, cost about $160 to make.
Who do you admire? Other comedians?
I don't really like other comedians because I'm jealous.
Do they make you laugh, other comedians, or not?
No, I don't laugh at anybody.
How long does it usually run?
Well, it's run for 6 months in the United States, but that's been a mistake.
Is that at one theatre?
No, it's run 6 months totally in 2,000 different theatres.
That's marvellous. Do you watch your own films?
No.
Why is that?
Because I don't have the patience to sit through them.
Do you watch them while you're editing them, or?
No. I generally edit blindfolded.
How do you actually go about writing a story?
That's a good point.
And does the finished product ever work out the way you imagined it to?
Never, no.
Why is that?
Because the finished product doesn't seem to work out at all.
Well, how do you know that if you don't see it?
Because I hear the comments from people, and they're usually very negative.
Now, does criticism upset you?
Only negative criticism, yes.
If you get a good notice, are you pleased or displeased?
Displeased.
Why is that?
Because I don't like to hear anything that, at all about my work.
Have you any ambitions in films?
No, I would like to be found dead, face down in the street.
Is there any character, fictitious or living, that you'd like to play?
No.
No. Well, can you tell me how you got into movies in the first instance?
Yes, it was my camera, and there was very little they could do about it.
What sort of camera is this? Is it an expensive one, or?
Yes, I had the equipment, and there was no way of making the film without me.
Yeah, which was the first picture you made then?
First picture I made was a film called Potemkin.
Was that recent?
No, I made that in the I made that in the 20s.
Was the dialogue very hard to write for that picture?
No, that was a silent film.
Yeah, but who wrote the music for it?
Marvin Hamlish.
Yes. Is he still writing?
He was as of this morning.
And this afternoon?
This afternoon? No, he's retired.
Oh yes. Why is he retired?
Because he has a stud farm now, and breeds race horses.
You've worked with some very interesting people, I think. Did you find them interesting? Say, in What's New Pussycat, your co-stars?
No.
They're bores?
Bores.
Mm. Who was the most boring of that cast, do you think? Do you include as boring the lovely ladies that were in that picture?
Yes.
Oh, what did you find boring about them?
Everything. They were just boring to look at and boring to listen to. It was a boring picture, as I recall.
I rather enjoyed it.
Yes, but you're mistaken.
But I like the credit titles very much.
The credit titles?
Yes.
What were they now?
Well, there were sort of squiggly lines that kept going.
Yeah, oh, yes, I like that.
Yeah.
Well, I like anything squiggly.
And there was a singer who recorded the title song. I can't remember his name.
Nor I, because I never saw the picture.
Ah. Did you have anything whatsoever to do with the production?
Pardon me?
Did you have anything whatsoever to do with the production of that film?
No, I disavowed myself of any responsibility of the picture.
Mm. And does that apply to all your films?
Yes.
Now, what is it then that makes you cut yourself off from something that you've produced and devised and acted in?
A sense of survival.
And why do you go on doing it?
That's a good point, because I have a contract to do 3 more films. And when that's over, I'm going to retire from movies, I think.
And will you have made a lot of money?
I will have made... no, I'll be in debt by that time.
Now, was Casino Royale as farcical in the production as we all hear about? Well, they all speak very well of you, actually. Whatever happened to What's Up Tiger Lily? Because we didn't see it in this country.
No, that's a picture that I made in the United States that was released only in Iceland.
And did they go for it?
They liked it. It was a big hit in Iceland.
Why was that?
Why? Because it had a message that was relevant to people that live in that kind of climate.
Can you remember anything about it?
Not really, other than the whole thing was like a nightmare.
What sort of nightmare? I mean,
The kind you have when you go to sleep.
and did it terrify you, this nightmare?
Yes, it was not a pleasant experience making the film.
Is it a pleasant experience now that people come up to you and say, we saw your picture?
No.
No.
That's kind of frightening.
Okay.
4, take 1.
Yes. Was there a sequence that you liked very much from Pussycat?
Yes, I like my favorite sequence was the scene just before the first reel that goes XXX 98765432210.
What is it that appeals to you about that?
I thought that had the most social satire in it of anything in the film.
It had a message.
Yes.
Do you feel the message was just directed at you, or
No. The message was universal in that.
what was the message?
That numerals can descend in order if placed properly.
Well, if that was to your mind, the best scene, what was the worst?
The scene between the start of reel 1 and the part that says the end.
Was that a particularly long scene?
It was about close to 2 hours.
Yeah. Was there nothing in that 2-hour scene that you found was slightly amusing?
Yes, somewhere in the middle there was a shot of the sky that was rather puckish.
And what was appeal about the sky?
Just the shade of blue that it was at the moment. Kind of a funny shade of blue, if you know how blue can occasionally be. Really funny.
What's it like to go to the Academy Award ceremony?
Well, you got to get all dressed up, and usually have to drive there. You know what I mean? Because it's not really too near where you live, no matter where you live. They work that out.
Where actually did you live then, Woody?
At that time, I was living in New York. The awards were in California.
Were you embarrassed by the all the television cameras and the newspaper reporters and at the ceremony? Did this sort of worry you?
Huh? What? Can you say that again?
Yes. Does it embarrass you that you're asked for autographs in the street, that newspaper people are always after you?
Oh, yes. But practically everything embarrasses me.